What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha. I just noticed you guys can't hear the music, can you? How's everyone doing? Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Okay, can you hear the music now? I tried to fix that. I'm a bit rusty. Oof. Let's see who we have in here. Kiribin, how's it going? Jim. Frank the Tank. Alina's in here. How's it going, Alina? Bean Eater. Peter. Ajesh. How's it going, Ajesh? I missed me too. No, I missed you guys. I missed you guys so much. I also have Sean in here. He's playing Silent Spectator. He's here to give me moral support, guys. Let me see if I can move the chat around. Yeah, it's better here. How's it going, Matt? Richard is in here too. How's it going, Richard? And yeah, smash the likes, guys. If we gotta get this party started, let's smash the likes. Trust me, it helps more than you know. It helps more than you know. People don't just say it. It's not just, you know, like a drill just for nothing. It helps push all the videos out, not just the live stream. Man, 2024. What is it, guys? What is it? It is the year of the halving. Are you guys excited? How's it going, Daniel? Happy New Year to you too. Bring on 2024. There we go, Claudia. How's it going? How's it going, man? I love the positivity. Everyone's going into the new year ready to smash it. And it's not just the halving year, guys. It's election year too. They're gonna try to make everybody happy. Yusuf is in here. Mark is in here. How's it going? Mark the bot. Tomorrow the grind starts again for me. Oh. You going? Are you heading back to work or something, Mark? What's going on? What do you mean the grind starts again for you? I'm curious now. Sean, what do you think? Are we ready are you ready to flash your smile?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, guys, Sean's ready to flash his smile. Let's go. Let's cue the intro. I'll smile for you guys. Hi. How's it going, everyone? Sean, smile for everybody. Guys, I might be a bit like I got a really bad sore throat.
She's like, I might be a bit.
It's like I'm seeing from Mean Girls. But yeah, I do have a sore throat. I went on this vacation, this road trip with my family, and yeah, it was fun. But there was just a lot happening, so I got really sick in all of that was happening. So yeah, here I am. Not recovered fully, but I'm excited. I'm letting the energy, the positive energy, just drive me until I get better.
And she got me sick too.
Oh yeah, I got Sean sick too. That's how it works, right? I mean, you don't escape that. If just one person falls sick, everyone falls sick. Good morning, everyone. That's right, Ajesh. I'm trying to, pull out my inner Sean. Adrian's in here. Happy New Year to you too, Adrian. TK Sai, good morning. Joe is in here. Who else? Did I miss anyone? Bill Carras, Happy New Year. Man, I missed you guys. I don't think you understand just how much I missed you guys. It's something special, just being able to come back to the community, come back to everyone, like-minded people who enjoy the same stuff as you do. There's something very liberating about that, just knowing that, I have you guys, I have Sean to do all of this with, because oftentimes, even when I was on this road trip, I'm trying to talk price action, it was just going over everyone's head, and they look so disinterested. But yeah, it's nice to finally be back. Xavier's just at it. He's like, KASPA, screw everyone's Happy New Year. Tell me what KASPA's doing. Xavier, come on, chill out. We'll get to the altcoins. We're going to start off with, the mothership, which is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, it would...
Read out what Claudia just said.
I was doing... Wait, I need to catch my breath. All right, come on, we can do this. Okay. I was doing really well with getting through my housework, and now I'm sat with a large glass of rosé, and it's all your fault. I should have a glass of rosé. I'm limited to water, but I'm gonna have one right after Coke. I get better. Oh yeah, Sean's got a little Diet Coke for me. Cheers to you, Claudia. Enjoy that rosé.
Guys, Krisha missed you so much. Even though she's so sick, she's gonna be sitting here, putting you guys through audible pain though, because every time she coughs, it doesn't hurt you, just you guys. It hurts me too.
It hurts me most.
There's a lot that's cute about Krisha. Almost everything that's cute about Krisha. But when she coughs, holy shit, man. Holy shit. I don't know where she gets all that energy to cough. I'm surprised she doesn't die coughing. How is that throat not demolished? Oh my god.
So rude.
It's impressive.
Michael B is in here. How's it going, Mike? Right, Adrian? Man, I love this. Okay, I'm excited. There's so much going on. Sean, we got the first ETF deadline, which I believe is our
Let's go 12
ETF
up
deadline.
Bitcoin. 12 up Bitcoin.
12 hour, okay.
Start with the dashboard. Let's see what the dashboard is saying. Always, guys, dashboard is the barometer.
I'm rusty.
She's a noob.
I'm rusty. No, I'm rusty.
Same thing.
All right, let's go.
She's not been here grinding with us. So the past month now, she's been on vacay, slacking off.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this here. Is this good? It is good. Sean, tell me if it's good on your screens, if the chat. I'm gonna try and sort of make sure that everything is
I'm on the
good.
charts, I'm not looking at them.
Okay, cool. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the Mango dashboard. Let's go ahead and check out what the dashboard is telling us. Bitcoin USDT, of course, guys, you can find the dashboard on app.mangoresearch.co. Before I begin with this, Sean, is the Xmas sale still on? Xmas 25. There's a 25% sale on the Mango dashboard right now. The coupon code is Xmas25. I believe it has been extended for the dashboard as well as the seed as well as the dynamic. So for those of you looking to jump in, now is the time. Check it out, app.mangoresearch.co. Getting into Bitcoin, drop down. It's beautiful. We have long trends across the board. The 4-hour just flipped neutral. It was short prior to this. All right, the 12-hour is our go-to trend that's been keeping us on the right side of Bitcoin for a very, very long time. This too switched long 2 days ago, guys. All right, so now look at the backdrop.
The bullish Ichimoku flag just went off too.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, 1 hour ago. Whoa, 1 hour ago.
Leading into this weekly open. And I think it is ETF week.
Yeah,
I don't know, you guys can let us know. We have no idea.
So I just know about one deadline that's coming up, which comes in on Jan 10th, and I believe this is ARK's ETF. That is the final deadline.
Oh, it's ARK.
Yes, it's ARK. Any ETF is good news, guys. But yeah, Volatility profile too. So we're looking at the trends. Trends look spectacular right now. We have the 12-hour that we're going by as well. Returns positive, telling us that, hey, these trends are seeing continuation to the upside. We're seeing some pickup. Now, notice volatility, guys. Are you seeing any red on vol? I'm not. Sean, what's your take on the volatility profile? I personally think that this is healthy. What's your take?
Yeah, just like I've been saying since 2022 November, right? Been more than a year now, a year and 2 months. The 12-hour has been cheat codes. Use your 12 hours as a barometer, right, to hedge your positions, hedge your leverage rates while staying majorly long on your longer term trade, right? So that's how you can kind of manage the volatility. So if you have, let's say, again, I'm just ballparking you, okay? Because someone asked me this question. Let's say you have 100% allocation in your trade, considering everything is long. Once the 12-hour flips short, you're like, okay, you know what? Instead of having 100% of my trade open, I'm gonna have only 65% to 75% of my trade open, okay? So that is freeing up volatility room, right? You're allowing your trade to move against you, right? Until the 12-hour flips back long, right? So then you can go ahead and open up the rest of your trade again. How do you do that? By essentially taking an offsetting short position against your trade, right? So let's say you have 100% of your trade open, you take 25% short position against your trade to offset that 12-hour trend that has now flipped from long to neutral to short, right? So you can slowly stagger up your hedges too if you want to do it that way, or just say, I'm just going to wait for it to flip short and then put on a 25% hedged position. There's something else I posted on the dashboard too if you guys have been paying attention. I don't post all that often in the dashboard discussion because you guys have been doing such a good job, but the post I did post recently was a short trade on Rune, because Rune was looking extremely toppy like a week ago, and again that too was a hedge trade, right? I want you guys as a community to learn to start doing that, putting on hedge positions against your overall long positions, because we are overall bullish, right? But that doesn't mean you need to be 100% bullish, 100% long on all your trades 100% of the time. As soon as you start seeing signs of risk, find the weakest asset, right? Find the weakest asset that you think is likely going to dump the most if things go to crap, and put on a small short position on that, right? That's how you hedge against your positions. That way you're leaving your strong positions open, and the weak positions, if they do go down, they'll go down really hard. Weak assets, right? They're not your positions, they are hedge positions. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah. Any questions? Put it on the chat right now. Go ahead. These are like really, really good hedge strategies. Just as you're trading the rest of this bull run to come. It's not just the bull run.
In life.
In life, even in the bear market, these are really, really good strategies, and no one really talks about it, right? You'll see very like binary, black and white sort of analysis out there, but no one really tells you how to hedge, ideas on how to hedge. Sorry. Oh man.
If you know you're about to cough, for their sake, I'd say mute the mic.
I can't.
Because it gets really jarring for them. You can, just hit the mute button there.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Alright?
I'm gonna try. Sorry, guys. Frank the Tank says yes, makes total sense. How's it going, Waz Chow? Happy New Year.
That's so useful. Glad I stopped my housework. Are you talking about the drink, Claudia? Or are you talking about my explanation? I'm not sure. she like downs the drink and she's like, that was so useful. I'm so glad I stopped. Mango's making me an alcoholic. I'm so glad. We are proud.
She's like both. Oh man, I really missed this. So now, we'll explore this.
We missed you, Krisha. We missed you. I missed her especially because she was carrying the daily videos, and now I get to go back to my routine. Yay, yeah, everyone missed you. Claudia missed you too. Krisha.
So are we ready to get into the charts? Are we ready?
Could you just show them Sol quickly? This is a example of the opposite, right? This is where like Sol flipped on the 12-hour 2 days ago, on the daily 13 hours ago, right? Here it's telling you, this is giving me the signs that, you know what, maybe it's time to lay off the gas on Sol and start again focusing on Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin has kind of been going sideways for a while now, guys. You can just use the two leaders of the market. Because now, what were our two trades at Mango over the past 1 year? Okay, we haven't given out too many calls, but our first call was Bitcoin all the way 2022 December. Yeah. 2022 December, guys. Yeah, that was the first call. The next big call was Sol, where we said instead of getting your ETH allocation like you normally would in a bull market, leading into bull market, we suggested getting your Sol position instead. Put all of that ETH into Sol. And we went ahead and analyzed the Sol Ethereum chart, etc., etc. So those were the two big trades. But knowing when to like take your foot off the gas on one and put your foot on the gas on the other, because now what you can do is say, okay, you know what, my leverage position is on Sol, I want to reduce that back down to a 75% position to handle the volatility on any pullbacks, and now instead start increasing my leverage on Bitcoin, right? Just for example, I'm not giving you guys financial advice, I'm just telling you guys, you can even do this same mindset with your spot trades, right? Yeah. You can do the same thing with your spot trades. You don't need to use leverage. But the reason I'm mentioning this, guys, is because Bitcoin and Sol were the two trades that we mentioned, because those were we assessed them to be the first two big runners, and it played out that way, right? Now, of course, putting all the meme coins aside, like Bonk, etc., we weren't looking at those at all. But amongst the majors, we looked at Bitcoin, Sol, and then later Cardano. Now, Sol is pulling back, right? You can see it over here, at least for now, and Bitcoin is pulling up. So at least for this week, we want to focus our attention on Bitcoin, and altcoins maybe take a backseat unless you're in the accumulation phase, in which case you like these pullbacks.
Solana has already done, like just looking at the 2-day, and this is after a pullback. Guys, this is after a pullback. Solana has already done, still it's up 323% just based on that 2-day trend. Right? We've been looking at Sol since summer of this year. Some amazing bids were caught on, well, we caught some amazing bids, but we showed it to you as well. Those were excellent trade setups. So as far as Bitcoin is concerned, and you're right, I feel like there's like a shuffle going on right now. A shuffling of capital. As far as Bitcoin's trend is concerned here, freaking healthy, looks great. Sean, are you ready to dive into the chart?
I'm kind of blushing because Ace Cryptox just asked me to marry him, and I don't know, man, I'm kind of taken, but I'll think about it. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Charts. Everyone wants charts.
I'm very excited to get into the chart because something happened. Okay, this is why getting into communities, following people's alpha, because we're all going to be good at one thing or the other. And when we bring our minds together, we're able to see a more holistic picture. You're going to catch some signatures. You're probably not going to catch all by yourself, right? So you get ideas from the community. Now, one such idea that we discussed was what? That midpoint. The cycle midpoint. Let me take you on over to the monthly. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of midpoints marked out. Krisha, come on. Okay, what were we looking at? In this cycle, I'm looking at the high of that previous one right here. Okay, this came in at around, so let me get you guys the exact number, $69,000. Okay, the low comes in at around $15,479. Let me go ahead and mark that out for you. And I'm looking at the extremes. I'm looking at the wicks. And we took those 2 points and we calculated a midpoint. It's a very simple equation. High plus the low divided by 2. That's your mid. Where does the mid come in at? Right here, this red line. 42.2K. And Sean, what was I looking for? I wanted to see a monthly close over 42.2K. How do we close relative to 42.2K, guys? Just at it. Now, while the exact number on the midpoint here, and I'm using the data from the Bitstamp exchange, came in around $42,240. This close came in at around $42,258. So we made it by $18. What do you think that's...
No.
Sean says no, that's not clear. What do you guys think? Is that a clean close? Would you look at it as confirmation? You know, Bitcoin always does this to me.
But I'll tell you this. The fact that the market did that gives me credence on your thesis, because it often does that against key levels. How often has it done it? Even against the monthly 21 EMA that we were waiting for it to close again. So when it closed right up against it, right? It's done in multiple cycles now. So next month, though, what's the harm in waiting a month when you're looking for a parabolic? Because this is your thesis for parabolic run, right? So there's no harm. So explain the thesis to them first.
Okay, the thesis is this. I've gone back into every cycle. Okay, Bitcoin's history. This is, like I said, I'm looking at all of these cycles. So this was cycle 1, we had cycle 2, we had cycle 3, cycle 4, now we're getting into cycle 5. And I essentially went and found the midpoint of every cycle. Okay, and now I've sort of marked it out for you in all of these red lines that I have. And here's the thesis. Every time Bitcoin has closed a monthly candle over the mid after we've seen a bear market, okay, every time we've closed a monthly candle over the mid, we've usually gotten to that parabolic phase of the bull run, of the markup. Okay, now we saw this one right here. In this case, I essentially looked at this top, this bottom, caught the midpoint. Here's the midpoint. Midpoint came in around $658. We had one monthly close over here. All right, off to the races. What was that move? 2,967%. All right, now the next cycle was this. Now check this out. This was really cool. We had one high here, the low here, and I'm taking the extremes, guys, wicks, okay? The midpoint came in at around $11,394. This is when we saw that crazy exponential run from 3K to 14K. But notice, we got up to 14K, yes. Did we get a close over 14K? No. Did we get a close over the midpoint right here, a monthly close over the mid? No, not a single close over the mid. Notice that. It's just rejection on rejection on rejection. These are monthly candles, right? We saw that rejection getting to the COVID dump. Now, general rules of thumb, for those of you in the Sprouts program, you guys know the general rule of thumb to determine if something is a bull market, if it's getting into a bear market especially, right? This I'm looking at as a bear market. Yes, it was a short-lived bear, but it was a bear market nonetheless. Okay, now I'm looking at this, and now this midpoint right here, came in at around $8,833. Okay, once again, we're looking at this high, this low, catch the mid. Midpoint came in at 8.3K. We got two confirmed closes. Look at the monthly close. Very, very well respected on that level at around 8.3K. Once again, off to the races. Right? This was good. 633% on that. Now, once again, we're looking at, and notice, so far, no violations. Okay, no violations so far.
Give me a sec. Someone asked to move the comments. I'm just going to reduce the size of the comments temporarily, Krisha.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad, Martin. My bad.
Should we put it here?
We can put it on top of our little webcam thingamajig. Yeah, there we go. You guys are good with that? I'm going to try and sort of keep an eye out on the chat. That way I'm not covering the price action. So my bad. Okay, cool. So yeah, once again, let me just drive this in. So I essentially grabbed... So I'm looking at this as the previous bear, okay, where we caught the high, caught the low, the mid to the high and the low right here. Let me just fix my scale. There we go. Comes in around 8.3K. We had two very, very clear monthly closes over that. Let me just sort of I'm gonna zoom in like this. There we go. Notice the closes, right? No violations so far. No violations of the system so far. Off to the races, all the way up to 60K. Now, if you look at this cycle right here, we're looking at the high, the low. Midpoint comes in around 42.2K. And we closed just right at it. So what do you guys think? Is this good enough? Is this Close, a good enough close. You know, all the previous closes, Sean, it was like very clear.
Let's go to an analysis of how much we've run after each cycle, after each close.
Okay, so the first one was what, 2,679%. Okay, the second one was, okay, this didn't close. We instead got into a little bear. I'm going to look at 8.3 all the way to the top. That was a good 643% from 8.3 to $60,000.
So it's 2,000, then went down to 600. So this time, what do you think we do from here?
You mean my forecast?
Yeah. I would say 250% would be reasonable from here.
Okay, let's try it. I'm noticing like a lot of target practices happening across the cryptosphere. Are you guys noticing that? Everyone's coming up with their targets. But even 250 is going to take us up to around $150,000, right? It's altcoin season, forget Bitcoin. Martin, what do you mean by what period is long? Are you talking about this chart? I'm currently on the monthly time frame, is that if that's what you're asking?
So did you do a measurement of 250? I missed that.
Yeah. So from 250% from the midpoint is going to come in at around.
There you go. That's one of my targets.
$150,000.
I'm looking around 125 to 160K. If we see a parabolic run from here, without the cloud turning green. If the cloud actually does turn green and we consolidate, I'm looking towards 240 to 260.
So just to give you guys a good sort of visual on what Sean is really talking about. Weekly. Let's get into the cloud. Okay, you guys can see everything. So what is it that we're looking for here? Let me just get rid of some of these arrays now that you have like a general gist of what it is that we're looking at. By the way, start using, if you want to keep your charts clean, use the object tree. Super simple. Okay, so what Sean is talking about, of course, you guys who have been following the community for some time.
That looks like a bull flag if we close like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then CMEs are going to chase after, and then if we... What you guys don't need to watch out after this move over here, this weekly close, if we close like this, is to see whether CMEs chases price, or if price comes in to meet up with CMEs and then goes sideways, right? If price closes like this and we see continuation and CMEs has to chase price, essentially gap up, I think we are going to be setting the tone for the rest of the month.
Yeah. So this looks really good, guys. Consecutive closes over the cloud. Cloud, though, has not turned green, and we're waiting for just that. Halving comes in, I believe, April, May? Can someone correct me? May of this year? So yeah, this has had like 100% hit rate. The cloud turning green, leading into the next sort of parabolic phase. I don't want to call it the parabolic phase, but I think the appropriate term would be the next phase of the bull run.
Next
it moves
phase
in
of the bull
phases. I don't want to call it parabolic phase per se. I think that's misleading.
You want to give us your thought on Bitcoin dominance?
Sure.
Your thoughts.
This is where we get to determine whether...
We can do a quick analysis of the market-wide volatility and trend using the dashboard too. That's a good way to start altcoin analysis, in my opinion.
Okay, there we go. It's like the order of my things changed. I don't know.
Kushu,
Sorry.
you want to do dashboard analysis of the market-wide trend?
Absolutely.
So all you guys should be doing right now is focusing on the top right-hand corner. Kushu, you can cycle through all the time frames that you think is relevant.
Okay, I'm just gonna move the chat for now. So this is the global index that we have on the daily time frame. So you can see the global trend right now, market-wide trend rather, is neutral. Okay, with pretty high volatility up there. So this is the daily time frame. I want to go ahead and check out the 12-hour time frame, since we've been leaning on the 12-hour to give us that tell on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to lead this one. Neutral 2 on the 12-hour, 78 vol. So vol is once again high. Daily is high, but 2-day still long. Okay, they have not the higher time frames has not lost that macro trend. Long, but volatility is getting up there. 63. What's your take on 2-day vol at 63?
4-day, weekly. I think we're fine.
So you think this has a bit more juice?
I think the cycle has a bit more juice, yes. I think in the midterm, we're going to see altcoins in general maybe start a step over here. I think over the longer term, so basically any starter step, if you see deep pullbacks, guys, those are bid opportunities. If you guys are buying, let's go back to, do you have a chart for altcoin dominance? Do you have the total 3?
No, I don't have the total 3.
Okay, it's fine. Let me just pick a random altcoin. Just give me a random altcoin.
Oh, can you say just Bitcoin? Let's do CAS. Sure. Or FTM. Let's do FTM.
Okay, so good shot.
I can knock off the lines. You can just go ahead and do that.
Okay, so essentially, if you guys are letting this run like this, just run away from you, right? From here, and then you get a drop into the Tenkin, you see a C-span trade and you don't buy because you're scared, and you let the run happen again, and then you go all the way up to cloud resistance, and then you buy over here, and then price pulls back into support, again giving you another high low. So you had a high low over here, a high low over here now that you can be hunting and you should be buying. But instead, if you let your emotions guide you as opposed to your technical analysis and knowledge guide you, because that's what technical analysis is, it's risk management.
Yeah.
It's telling you what not to do, right? And when to take profits, when to exit, right? Basically, it's telling you what not to do at all times. It's telling you, hey, do not buy over here because we have resistance. Hey, do not stay in this trade anymore because the trend is done. That's what technical analysis is about. It's not about giving you magical profits. It's about risk management at all times. When not to buy, when to take your profits, okay? So it was saying you don't buy over here. It's telling you over here now that, hey, we are maybe putting in a high low somewhere around this area. You can hunt for a high low over here around the 10K, right? So it's a deep pullback. And I look at what I just said to Krishna. I'm like, just pick up any altcoin. Pick up any altcoin, right? Because I knew I was going to find a high probability I was going to find a high low on the chart, right? Just by looking at the dashboard. Just by looking at the dashboard. You can tell that's the power of the dashboard, right? Because when Krishna and I were trading back in 2008, 2019, we used to sit down and go through altcoin one by one. All these filters over here, all these signals that you guys are seeing, the trend analysis signal, as well as the Ichimoku signal, the bullish divergence, volatility, etc. We had to do it manually.
Yeah.
Manually going through every single indicator. Go back and watch my old videos. They were like 25 minutes long, each of them, because I was to go through a list of things. Now I don't need to, because we can just hit the drop down, right? So that's what you guys need to be doing too. Use your tools to your advantage, okay? And then when you see an opportunity, go and confirm that opportunity on the chart, right? Go and confirm that opportunity on the chart, because the dashboard will give you a visual idea of the psychology of the coin. I can tell whether something's putting in a bull flag, a bear flag, etc. by just looking at the trend analysis and the volatility. There are videos over here too, premium video, guide, under the guides, right? The list of tutorial videos. I'll do more. I'll keep adding them adding to this playlist over here throughout the cycle. But yeah, use the tools to your advantage. But where was I going with this? If you are buying over here and then selling over here, you're letting your emotions drive you for this market and not letting your skill drive you. So you guys need to work on that, because we're still in the beginning phase of this bull market, and you better not be making the same mistakes while we keep going, right?
Yes.
Because you will end up with losses somehow by the end of the cycle. You'll start making stupid mistakes by pulling in way too much money at the top of the market, when you should have already made a lot of money at the top of the market, right? The small amounts of money that you should have been putting in over here will turn into huge amounts of money if played right in crypto. Look at what solved it, right? And that's only the beginning. You're going to see 1000x trades happen this time around. So but don't F it up, right? Don't F it up. You guys gotta get your shit together.
Yeah, we're in the nascency of the bull run. Like, I'm not changing my tone on that. I still believe that the bull run has just begun. And the dashboard, I mean, remember 2017? We didn't have anything to filter out trends. The dashboard was born from pain and necessity, because we were so flustered just having to go and filter out everything that was important to us for our system. You guys have it on a platter, so make sure you're using your tools to your advantage here. And like Sean said, don't get emotional on these trades, because you're going to end up, you might be right on your trades, but if you're too trigger happy, you could, even in a bull run, you could end up dying by 1,000 cuts, because you did not have patience and you were fearful when it was time to actually jump into your trades, right? Anyone who bought FTM at the top here on leverage is shit scared right now, and especially if they don't know what they're doing. Even though right now, if you just look at the structure, this looks like what? Looks like a higher low so far. And also, don't like go gung-ho on the leverage, because I was thinking about it. All of these coins are still sitting at they're not at their all-time highs. Even for them to like since we're here already on FTM, even for FTM to get up to its all-time high, what is that? That's a 755%. That is the room that it has to still grow before it can even get into price discovery. Right. So you have these crazy ranges that you can be playing. So leverage here is just not prudent, especially if you're going far out on the leverage. So not even like 2x, if you're going like 5x, 10x, even that is a bit. Good macro support of 43.8K. Yeah, we're looking at 42.2 right now. Also top of the cloud. Sean, you wanted to go over Bitcoin dominance, right? And I think someone was saying that it's altcoins' time to shine. And I think a good picture of whether or not the altcoins are going to run, or rather the altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. I'm not going to say run. And this is technically, for those of you who are unaware of what BTC dominance really does, it tells you, okay, where is your money safer at right now? Is it Bitcoin or is it the altcoins? I don't look at this as the altcoins are going to pump, Bitcoin is going to dump. No. This is just telling you where your value is preserved best, okay? Because the markets could dump, but you might see the alts actually dump harder than Bitcoin, or vice versa. That's what the Bitcoin dominance chart tells you. All right, don't let anyone confuse you and show you, check out Bitcoin dominance, so this means the alts are going to pump. No, that's not what it means. All right, break it down. And people are going to sound very confident, and this is where your TA is going to shine. People are going to sound confident on trade setups, on trade thesis, but if you're able to read the chart, that's freaking power. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance. Check this out. Wait, I think I probably have a line there. I do.
Nice.
What is this? Yeah, look at the bounce there. This is historic too, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Can you guys see it? Yes, you can. What I'm gonna do for you guys is I'm gonna knock off every other line that I do not need. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing this I'm clearing my chart for you guys. This is hurting me. Do you guys ever feel that? clearing your chart and you're just like, ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm gonna color this yellow. So it's this yellow line that we're gonna be looking at. Yeah, you can see it now. This is coming in at the 51.28 percentile mark. Okay, notice how BTCD got down to that mark, and then we saw a swift bounce off of it. So far, Bitcoin is still leading this charge, okay, until I see a break of some of these very key percentile levels. My conviction, short-term conviction, is going to lie with Bitcoin. CBK Wahoo, yeah, me too, man. And then Sean always looks at my chart and he gets so flustered. He's like, what is this? He's like, I'm like, I know the mess. Leave the mess to me. It's my mess. Daniel Medina's like, sell high, buy low. Exactly. Great show.
What's your forecast for Bitcoin dominance?
Does Bitcoin dominance follow the TA? I think it does.
Of course it does. Look at that. It's an amalgamation of the technical analysis is simply human emotions painted on a chart, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't this be an amalgamation of human emotions across the entire market?
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go use the washing quickly. Been holding it in.
58%. How many of you think it's gonna get up there? And there's actually, like, we might see a start to stop at some other percentiles on the way, but 58% is that next. And when was the last time it was here? Even above the 51% mark. This was April of 2021. Yeah. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank spilling wisdom nuggets. Yeah, your risk tolerance might be very, very different from ours. So when you go and ask people, oh, what should my position size be? Only you can know that. Okay, it's about your risk tolerance and how much you have to risk on any given trade. What is your entire portfolio? What is that value? It all depends on that. Okay, you got to fine tune your risk to your life. Now, I think I was on a road trip and I had some positions on because I knew I was safe on that because I played them on the higher time frames. So I had given myself enough buffer to stay in those trades. So you can put on positions for the long term and still be safe. Now, for those of you in the SEED program, you guys know how to do this by using the risk management system. It's going to tell you exactly how to go about doing that, right? You get to put in your variables based on your portfolio as well as on the asset that you are trading. Everything is done for you. It's going to spit out a position size, and that's going to be a position, and you get to determine, looking at, hey, you know what? When are you in trouble? And if you're comfortable with that figure, all well and good, you can take the trade, right? I was looking at SDX. And I feel sort of bad about SDX because I was looking at that like a couple of months ago. I think I was telling the seedlings. In fact, I think this was on a live stream. That as soon as the Bitcoin ordinals narrative came out, I'm like, STX is the way to go, and I did not get in. And it pumped in my face, like, significantly at that too. Karan Patel, I think you had asked to cover the STX chart the last time around. But yeah, STX, I believe, is, it's a project that I'm going to be looking at a little further. Trying to get a position in there. Martin Cleaver. Am I saying that right, or is it Martin Clever? That's clever. But taking you guys back on over to the dashboard. So Martin's question is, can you explain when Bitcoin switching to long? What does that mean, or even short? Now, this is good for people who are new to the space, people who are new to trading, and I'm always going to try and encourage you to ask questions. So long is essentially when a uptrend begins. When a coin or any asset, just not just in crypto, but any, even if you're looking at TradFi, any asset whatsoever, when it is in an uptrend, for instance, if I take you on over, let's just look at Bitcoin dominance chart. You can see that Bitcoin dominance is making a series of higher highs and higher lows. That is an uptrend, right? When you see that, that's saying that, hey, that is a good long trade to be had, starting an uptrend.
So on the dashboard specifically, we are using our own proprietary algorithm to detect tighter trend signals and more consistent trend signals to give you a better edge, right? So remember, when it's saying long, that's underneath the trend column. So it's saying the trend is benefiting the longs right now, right? And then when it flips to short, it's saying that the trend is benefiting the shorts right now. What does shorting mean? It essentially means you are borrowing the asset, okay, and then selling it. Okay, so you're essentially short the asset that you have borrowed because you owe that asset. Remember, when I borrow something, right? You know, I could borrow this Coke can, okay, and let's say I borrow it, and I'm expecting this Coke can to go down in price. Okay, I borrowed for $2, and then I sell it in the market, and I keep the $2. Okay, I sell it. I borrowed it from Krisha, and I sold it, and I keep the $2. Now the price has gone down, right? So that's where I benefit, right? The price has gone down to $1, but I have $2 in my hand. So now I can buy back that Coke can for only $1. I still have another dollar in my hand, right? And I give the Coke can back to Krisha. But during that interim period, I will short the Coke can, right? Because I had one short, right? Because I owed it to Krisha. So that's what shorting means. Shorting means you're borrowing the asset and selling it in the market. So when the trend is long, it means it's going up, right? Because series of high highs, high lows. When the trend is going up, means the price is going up, means the longs are benefiting. Longs essentially the opposite of shorts, right? Very, very intuitive over there. Yeah. So hope you guys understood longs and shorts there.
So yeah, any questions? Sean, so I have a question. Of course, we're going to be relying on the charts. Or rather, I'm going to ask you guys, how many of you think that the ETF news is more like a buy the rumor, sell the news event?
So John Gunnery asks, so if volatility is blue and trend goes short on higher time frames, does that mean there's more potency for the trend to stay short? That's actually a good question. So let me read it out again slowly for everyone. If volatility is blue and the trend goes from short on the higher time frames, does that mean there's more potency for the trend to stay short because I have not seen volatility change from long to short? Do you mean volatility can't change from long to short? You mean you haven't seen the trend change from volatility from long to short? So volatility, this is how you need to look at it, John. Do a drop down, right? Volatility compression, which is blue, leads to volatility expansion. Okay, always. But now you have to ask the question, expand in what direction? Because it could expand up or it could expand down. This is where you use your trend column, right? And you always err to the side of the trend. You could take it one step further, like you have kind of implied in your question, and say, I'm going to err to the side of the trend on the higher time frame. So the volatility could be blue on my mid time frames, and I'm looking towards the trend on the higher time frames to expand the mid time frames towards the higher time frames direction, right? So since in this example, the trend is long on the 4-day and the weekly, when I see the 2-day be blue, right? Even if the 2-day was neutral, right now it's long, but let's say the 2-day was neutral, I'd say, okay, well, you know what? I'm expecting this to expand towards the upside. right? So then you can go and look for a high-low opportunity on this chart. So again, don't use the dashboard in isolation, right? You want to go and confirm on the chart. We already looked at Bitcoin chart though. Do you guys want to do an altcoin or something we've done? Could do Sol. Well, you did Sol already.
Excuse me. Okay, yeah. So before we jump out of Bitcoin, let's just I just want to forecast the next sort of target range. If we start closing, we maintain that weekly level. What is really the next target for Bitcoin? Just based on the monthly. The strongest target is right here, right? 61.7K. So first stop is going to be 47. We clear 47. 67K is that target. If we are looking for a break in this uptrend that we're seeing right now, like multiple candles of just green on green on green, and these are monthly candles, I'm going to look towards the weekly time frame, yes. And I'm just keep it simple. Keep the TA simple in that I'm looking for a break of the cloud level here. Okay, this comes in around 42.2K. I start seeing weekly closes. I'm saying Bitcoin is coming down, likely back down to 36K. Sean has a target around 24K based on the monthly levels. But
yeah, I have an eventual target considering we'll lose key levels on the way down. But I think 28.9K should not be dismissed. I think that is an eventual target that we can look for if we start losing. We can talk about that when I do a live stream. I have all my levels marked out.
And yeah, even for the ETF news, guys, I'm saying just err to the side of the TA. Okay, read the chart. The chart is going to tell you exactly what's happening even with the insider group. Don't get cute trying to forecast in the air. Makes no sense when you have information right in front of you. All right, if you have the skill to go ahead and dissect the chart, do that for yourself because you're able to take something that you can quantify, something that is real in front of you, and you're able to take a position on that information. That is strength. That is what's going to keep you on the right side throughout the rest of this market, not just in this event. There are going to be more events as this bull market unfolds. You want to make sure that you're taking your positions with information. So you got the targets to the upside, 47K first, 61K next with this, and also volatility profile on the dashboard, spectacular for Bitcoin. Nothing, there's no alerts so far. Let's go over some altcoins, since you guys love the alts as well.
So what requests do you guys have? We let the regulars ask for altcoins first. So Kiribin, Raz, Frank, John, Jim, any coins that you guys have in mind. SJ has been pretty active in the chat. He's been asking for AVAX since the beginning. So do AVAX on the dashboard, poor guy. It's AVAX.
My bad.
Oof. I would wait, man. I would wait for at least the 12-hour to flip. But the daily is short too and the 2 days neutral. This thing was running, right? So now that it's flipped short, it means that most recently it's had a pullback of sorts. Volatility is red as well. For volatility is blue, suggesting that we could actually have further downside on this one. We also do have bearish Ichimoku flag 2.4 days ago. So yeah, let's go look at the chart. So I'm basically right now I'm not liking the look of this, but that being said, considering the weekly is long and the 4-day is long, we may have a buy opportunity on this one if the pullback is deep enough, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like about this. That's the only thing I like about this. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a deep pullback into either Tenkin support or maybe weekly 21 EMA support, right? Preferably what you want to see, since we are closing the week soon, is a bounce of the Tenkin and close over the 21 EMA. Sorry, a bounce of the 21 EMA and a close over the Tenkin. So let's go look at AVAX. Could you type that for us? Okay. Do you need all these lines?
No. Knock them off.
Okay, so the blue line, guys, is the Tenkin I was talking about, but it's kind of hidden behind the Kijun right over here, right? But let's see where the 21 EMA is. Drop down. Is this your 21 EMA? Yep. Okay, it's not a deep enough pullback for me to like it. Let's go look at the 4-day. This edge to edge trade though could eventually play out, so be ready for that. 76. Yeah, this can come down more. I'd wait. It could pull up over here, but considering guys, okay, this is how I make my decisions. I'll just go towards another coin if it jumps up on me. If it bounces here, so be it. But the daily has the short trend against me, right? So I'm not going to be looking towards daily support. The 12-hour short trend, I'm not looking towards 12-hour support. The 2 days neutral, I'm not looking towards 12-hour support either. I want at least 4-day or weekly support, because here I have trend support in my favor. I know the trend will come in to save my ass, and if that fails, well, I'm out of my trade. Yeah. At least I know I took a good trade, right? Here, I don't like these trades. You could find support and you could get lucky, but that's not good habits. So, yeah, I'll wait for this zone here at 29, man. SJ, whatever your name is.
Even for those
Super Saiyan GSM, and weekly is at 29 as well. So you have weekly and 4-day confluence right over here.
Yeah, just draw a line and show it to them. Here, I'll just show it to you. There's confluence, so this makes it a strong level. Even for those of you looking to double down on your position, right? When the trend is switching on you like this one, wait on those bits, because they become very easy to manage suddenly. There we go. The 40 Tenkan Kijun and the 21 EMA also lines up with your weekly levels. That's a high confluence zone right there for you, right? So I think that would be the best bid opportunity. $29.31 is the level for those of you while watching and are interested in AVAX. Overarching view looks freaking fantastic. Oh, look at that. This is also a historic point. Right here.
Perfect.
There's a lot lining up there. It's going to be very easy to manage.
Cool. Jim Fernowski says, I agree completely about the ETF. What's the point in doing TA at all if ultimately you're just going to trade based on a hunch about what you think people might do? And man, if you've been watching Mango since like last year, you know that we were the only ones ignoring all fundamental news in regards to, even though we followed it to the T, right? We were watching the FOMC meetings, taking notes, etc. We didn't make any trading decisions based on any of the banking crisis, nothing. And there were people who were saying, hey, Sean, how could you ignore all of this bearishness and be so bullish? Like, Bitcoin's going to crash. This was when Bitcoin was 19K. We dipped all the way back down. And I'm like, no, I'm still bullish because the TA is telling me to stay bullish. And I've always been punished for not listening to the TA. Always, even in the bull markets, right? My hunch will always take a back seat to my TA. Even before the year ended, I came out to you guys and said, hey guys, my gut is telling me that we see a pullback over here, but the TA is telling me that everything's fine. So I am going to listen to the TA, right? My gut instinct is going to take a back seat. Right? I love it when my gut instinct and my TA all aligns, and that's what happened at 16K Bitcoin. My gut instinct and my TA were all aligned. But if I had to choose between my gut instinct and my TA, always my TA, because my TA is my risk management. My gut is not. So
yeah, from all the regrets, it's that one. Every time I've not followed my TA, none. I can't. It hurts, especially if you know that you had a pat down, but you didn't execute on it.
Yeah. Jim's like, of course you remembered, buddy. Of course. If you guys engage in the chat, I will remember you. I'll remember you. So when people just come out here and just spit out all coins towards the end of the stream and expect me to do it without any engagement whatsoever, I'm not good. I still do it sometimes, often actually. But if I'm really exhausted, I'm not going to go out of my way, right? But for those of you who are here all the time, I'm always going to go out of my way for you, always. So with that, Kirubin asks for KASPA, and then Raz asks for, I think he said HBAR and B-chain. So yeah, we'll do KASPA first. This one has really taken, it's gotten better though. It was like short for the longest time.
So it seems like the bears are exhausted.
This is getting better.
This is what it's telling me. The bears are exhausted.
Because look at the previous trend too, guys.
It was short previously. It's neutral. Volatility at 46 here on the 12-hour time frame, healthy.
Quick tip, remember to use your features, the alert function over here. Remember to use it. And the previous trend was short, now neutral on the daily. Previous trend was short on the 12-hour, now neutral. So it's getting better. The 4-day was neutral, now neutral. So let's go look at the chart.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat as well. Alex and Waz, thank you guys. KASPA. Excuse me, sorry. Oh man, look at my levels. Guys, just follow the levels that I gave you. Like, the TA has not changed much. Like, I'm literally coming back to this chart 1 month later and it's still the same. Right, these are the forecasted levels that we came up with at around 9 cents, 11 cents. And Sean, these levels were on the chart before price even got up there.
Yeah, yep.
These levels were on the chart before price
She
even got up there.
marked out these levels before price got up there.
Because KASPA got into price discovery at around this region right here. Right, this was price discovery. And look at how well it's respecting it. So now, once again, yes, we're up against resistance at around 11 cents. Let's actually get down to some of the lower time frames. The daily for one. So we're struggling at around 11 cents. That's what the bulls really have to reclaim, and we want to see some powerful candles on there, right? So nothing. So you see this wick action right here? It's telling you that, hey, there's still a lot more selling going on here, with a series of lower highs on all of those wicks, right? That's not strength per se. So you want to see the bulls actually take this back with conviction. So at the very least, I'll be looking for the bulls to take out this mid right here at around 12 cents. Only when we start closing candles over 12 cents will I really look for a continuation back up to the highs here at 14 cents. But still, right, look at this range. Sean, the bears look exhausted here. In this entire range, they're getting exhausted. Okay, this is all the selling that's getting absorbed. That's a 16% range for anyone who wants to play the 16% range, but they're losing steam here. You want to look for confirmation on either side at this point. And this could, I'm not going to jump into any pattern plays until I see it for real.
The oscillators aren't telling you much. It's just telling you it's consolidating. This needs to pick a direction.
We're seeing a bit of a channel there at the end, but not broken to the upside yet. So nothing triggered.
If this starts breaking down, I have this marked out on my chart too. I'm using this, right, something like this. Right, it starts breaking down here. That's when you got to worry that this bear flag triggers towards the downside. You could see much deeper targets all the way down to 8 cents first, then deeper, probably to 5 cents. All right, so that's CAS. Okay, we have a lot of altcoins, Krisha, so we can't spend too much time on each altcoin. It's already the 1 hour mark, so we gotta let's do HBAR. I think that's the one Raz asked for. Okay. Again, pullbacks on the short to mid time frames, but long on the weekly. So again, same story over here, guys. What you're looking for is that this volatility plays to advantage and gives you a bid opportunity on the weekly and the 4-day. If you're already caught in this by buying the top off the trend, you won't be exiting on these. Like when it switched 2 days ago and 1.6 days ago, you want to exit and reposition on the 4-day and the weekly trend. So go HBAR.
Yeah, because you're seeing follow through. At the very least, when you look at the returns on the short trends, it's also, you might not take a short on those things, but that's also you saving 5% on the trade that you took.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That's exactly how you can look at it. It gets you out of some sticky positions in case that trend is turning.
Yeah. So daily here.
It's broken now. The structure is broken on the daily.
This is this kind of semi-deep pullback. It's a good 22%. Usually around the 22% to 30%, you want to start looking to enter your trades. So 30% would be somewhere around here. And let's see if that's a weekly level. Yeah, this is not a deep enough pullback in the weekly, and this is a really ugly candle. If the week closes like this, which is likely going to, since we have only 8 hours, I'll be looking for a move down to here, which would be a 30% pullback. Let's go look at the Ichimoku. Well, what do you know? The Tenkin is right over there. Boom. So yeah, look for the Tenkin 21 EMA test. And the 21 EMA is a bit low. So you have a ribbon over here. You can go ahead and mark out a zone. That's your opportunity. I wouldn't buy. I mean, you could use the 4-day, but the weekly is looking too tempting here. Right? And then if we enter from the side of the cloud, edge to edge, that's what I'd trade. So look for this bid. Okay, next coin. VeChain, multiple people have asked for VeChain. Same story.
Yeah. Volatility on the 4
Bearish
hours.
divergence.
Bearish. Oh man, this looks like it's got more to go. VeChain community is one that's underrated.
So
in my opinion.
this one's already entered the cloud. Tenkin, Kijun, 21 EMA, retest. Into the cloud though. Hopefully this goes sideways and then gives us a test in a couple of weeks. Right? Maybe gives us a test next week and then closes back into the cloud. That's what I'd look for. And then edge to edge trade to around 10 cents. Boom, easy. Again, same trade, but this one's already entered the cloud. Right? You shouldn't have been buying here because we are cloud resistance, right? And also on the dashboard, volatility must have been pretty freaking high during that move. So you got your bearish divergence as well as on the charts giving you an indication that we're going to likely come back down to the 21 EMA. Sorry, the Tenkin, Kijun, 21 EMA combo, right? So that should have you having enough patience to wait for this move. Okay, so that's that. Who else? Kiribin. I think Jim asked for VeChain too, right? Yeah, he did. He asked for VeChain. Okay, John asked for PEPE, I think.
PEPE. Honestly, it's like Bitcoin's looking the best right now.
Yeah, it's this.
Yeah, Bitcoin is looking like the best chart right now. And we're going through them with you.
That's how we started the stream too, right? By just looking at Bitcoin and Sol, you can compare the entire market and make your decision.
Yeah.
Boom. But
Short.
PEPE is long the 4-day, right? The thing is, guys, none of these coins have changed trend on the higher time frame moves, right? So you still have your opportunities here. This is what you kind of wait for in the middle of the cycle. PEPE. Remember, PEPE is long on the 4-day. Not enough price history for the weekly. I don't like this chart. This is support. Like you could, okay, this is how I traded. I traded right here. I traded right here. I buy it right here on this level, and if you lose this level, it's easy. Like unlike the other two coins that we analyze, guys, this one you can buy here. Look for continuation, which you're likely not going to get. It's likely going to break down, but that doesn't matter. It's okay. Just lose. It's fine. Because what if I'm like, the thing is, if I'm wrong, right, on this breaking down, you can just exit for minimal nominal loss, right? But if I'm wrong and this goes up, you're missing out on some nice gains because there's a first target. Oops. There's a first target to around this level here, 163. Whatever that is, there's too many zeros, 163, 165. Next target to around here, 185, and then after that, it can just go.
Yeah, it's probably going to trigger a massive head and shoulders pattern. Do you guys see it? Just to show you quickly, very quickly. There we go.
I didn't see it.
It's huge.
So neckline.
Huge.
Would be like that.
Yeah.
And then measured move.
Drooping neckline, which means your right shoulder might
be
yeah, your right shoulder is going to be prolonged here. So yeah, and that's technically what we're seeing.
Holy balls, VeChain top out is 10 cents. There you go. Okay, so with that, guys, I have a 1 hour time limit on these live streams. We are going to be wrapping up. Any final thoughts on Bitcoin? To wait for the weekly close. And remember what I said about the whole differential between what CME does and what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin sees continuation after a great weekly close, there's some information over there for us.
Yeah. Play the TA. Play the TA. Don't get lost into narratives. Don't get lost into just hearsay. Play the TA. Play the information in front of you. And you'll be good. You'll be able to sleep at night.
Cheers, John.
I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I'm very happy to be back. Of course, we'll be coming out with more daily videos on Cardano, on Ethereum, on whatever it is that you guys want us to cover next. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you're not already, well, notified and subbed, hit those buttons. And yeah, that way you are, well, you know exactly when we're going live and when we come out with the next daily video. And also, don't forget, So tired. The Xmas sale on the dashboard is still on. Xmas 2025. I believe it's on for the next 2 days. Okay, this I've extended it for the next 2 days on the dashboard. The Mango Seed program, if you're looking to sharpen up.
Oh, so
and
it's
the
still,
Mango Dynamic Indicator.
it's still running for the mango seed.
I had to sort of extend it
Up to what
because
date?
it's just
Up to what date? What's the
easier.
date?
Today's the 7th. I think for the next 2 days. Yeah,
Okay,
it's gonna be on for the next 2 days. So yeah, go ahead, check it out. You'll find the coupon code in the description below, as well as, guys, if you're not in the Discord chat, what the hell are you waiting for? Come on in, join the Discord fam. There's a lot of fun people to meet there, and of course, you got a community to ride the rest of this bull run with.
And remember, the more you
Alright.
engage, the more
Perks.
we, the secret perks as well.
SJGSM,
SVR.
yes.
All right.
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have, a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you in the next stream or the next daily video. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.